We're Jazzy and JR. This week we started our electrical box, which was a project that we were most nervous for. Our first task is to make sure that all of our electrical systems will be mounted securely. We decided to use 80/20 aluminum to make sure that it can easily hold about 200 pounds of weight, but 80/20 was not as easy to work with as we had thought. Next week we'll go over our electrical wiring in detail, so don't forget to stick around because this is the road we're on. So we got our 80/20 aluminum in 10 feet lengths, and we decided to cut it ourselves to save a little money. We then took the measurements of our electrical items, think batteries, inverters, DC chargers, fuse boxes, stuff like this, and we used that to draw up a diagram with the size and dimensions for our electrical box. We then cut the 80/20 to the sizes that we needed, and we did this using a powered hacksaw, but you could also use things like a chop saw or even a miter saw with a metal blade. The brackets for the 80/20 can be a little expensive, so instead we opted to make our own by cutting a piece of L-shaped aluminum into small increments and drilling a hole right in the middle of each side. We like to call this box the 80/20 electrical box on a budget.
Hi guys, what are we doing? We are doing some extruded aluminum. We just made all the cuts. We just bought some bolts. We used a 1/4 by 1/2 bolt. So everything's gonna bolt together. Jazzy's dad helped us out, and he had these T-nuts, they call them, that slide into the extruded aluminum and then you bolt it down. This is gonna be where our battery bank's gonna be at. Jazzy's gonna do it.
Done. Poof. So you can find these T-nuts online, but we highly recommend you get the ones called rolling T-nuts. We tried using the regular kind, which will work too, but as you can see, things get a bit tricky. The problem we were having with the whole concept was that if you forgot one little thing like a bracket to mount to the wall, you had to take a ton of pieces off in order to slide that bracket in first. Or what happened to us more times than I want to admit was that we would loosen a nut to slide the piece inward and the nut would fall out completely, causing us to have to slide everything out and start all over again. 80/20 can be super strong and lightweight, which really makes it perfect for a van build, but just know that you need to go into the project with a full detailed plan on where you will be placing things on the 80/20 aluminum, and even then there'll be a few times you might need to slide some things in and out. If we started all over, we would use 80/20 again, but we would be sure to get the rolling T-nuts as these roll right into the 80/20 slide so that they require no sliding in and out. Now you can see us mounting the legs onto our platform and seeing our box for the very first time. We made this twice and then stacked them on top of each other so that the batteries in the middle level would be protected. Okay, so a little recap of today. Do you want to come sit? So this morning we went to Lowe's and then we got back like a couple hours ago.
I have been working on the battery box, making all the coverings for those. And then I've been making the plywood to go over the wheel wells right here. Basically I had a template of what our old ones were and I just traced around it and kind of guessed where when we added the insulation from the floor.
I am painting the battery box plywood that kind of makes it into the box. So that's where we're at right now. Doing things.
Mosquitoes.
We're taking a break because I'm tired.
It's hot. I'm bit up everywhere.
I'm bit up so bad. Okay. Should we get back to work?
Let's keep cutting and painting.
2 hours later.
The panels are all painted, the panels are all cut. So now it's just about putting it together. We're gonna put this piece right here onto that wall. Here you can see us realizing that we messed up. Yep, right there. We made a hole for the wires to go through the wall of the van, but didn't realize the strapping was in the way. We ended up patching the hole and making a new one later. Okay, so we have finished our outline of our box.
This is our battery bank, inverter holder,
Fuse
boxes. This is basically our whole battery system holder.
It took way longer than we thought it was going to take. So if you're gonna try 80/20, don't let people tell you that it's quicker, because it's not. I definitely think there's a learning curve.
Yeah, it's way sturdier in my opinion.
Sturdier for sure, and
Lighter.
that's what we wanted for the battery specifically. We wanted the battery bank to be really sturdy. Ah! Also, there's so many mosquitoes. It's late. So that's kind of our hope, our concept. Yep, that's our plan. Did we say what kind of batteries we got?
No.
Well, maybe we'll tell you later.
Keep 'em
Two
waiting.